RK's Guyana Free Media presents for human development and national development this message.
Dearest, beloved, divine friends and family, namaste, assalamu alaikum, peace, blessings of God be with one and all. Remember to sanitize, please. Welcome to part 77, episode 77 of RK's Guyana Free Media, updating you about the madness, the shenanigans, the absolute absurdity and the deceit of elections 2020 that is making Guyana an international disgrace. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic today is taken from Guyana Times, Monday, July 6, 2020. The international community unlikely to wait much longer for lawful declaration by Ramkarran, Senior Counsel Attorney of Law. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now over 4 months we are into this election madness, perpetuated by the few to steal the nation, to enrich themselves and their family, to export wealth, to give away our quality lands and earth, and our property and our wealth to their friends and families, ladies and gentlemen, and to the two-lettered powerhouse magnate in association with one of the Frankensteins of democracy, hate and destruction of people's life in this country, to own everything for their family and friends in deceit and dishonesty. Family and friends, brothers and sisters, peace and blessings of God be with one and all. The article by Senior Counsel Ramkarran, 126 days since elections. He says more delaying tactics could risk sanctions. Senior Counsel Ramkarran has warned that, judging from the tone and tenor of the international community, more delaying tactics from certain persons to delay the lawful declaration of the election results could spark sanctions sooner or later. Ramkarran made this observation in his Conversation Tree writings on Sunday. It has already passed 126 days since general and regional elections were held in Guyana, the results of which have already been delayed by the machinations of persons in the Guyana Elections Commission, GCOM, and the Partnership for National Unity Alliance for Change. I hate to use the word Alliance for Change because they are nothing, ladies and gentlemen. It's my own commentary. The power is the APNU and not AFC. They're nothing. They're just getting whatever they can get, the sap on the street, because of the AFC, because of the APNU's charitable tendency and humane decency to create a coalition is giving them some charitable donations. So the AFC is there, I have to mention their name, because they brought nothing, not even one seat, to the APNU, ladies and gentlemen. According to Ramkarran, more delaying tactics are not likely to be countenanced by the international community. He put persons like Chief Elections Officer Keith Lowenfield and others on notice. It appears unlikely that foreign observers and governments will wait any longer for a lawful declaration of results. Secretary of State Pompeo's statement said, "It is long past due for a transition of power. They should get on with it. Actions by the CEO or any other agency which delays the declaration of lawful results or by the actions instigate further litigation could invoke sanctions rather than later." APNU, and I have to mention the word AFC because it's here. APNU and that useless little outfit called the AFC does not seem duly bothered, Ramkarran said. I added useless. That's not Mr. Ramkarran's words. Elections were held since March 2nd, 2020. But a winner is yet to be declared. The certified results from the legally conducted recount exercise supervised by GCOM and a high-level team from the Caribbean Community CARICOM show that the People's Progressive Party Civic, PPPC, won with 233,336 votes, while the APNU AFC garnered 217,920 votes. In fact, the recount almost perfectly matched the statements of polls that the PPPC released since March. My friends and families, the reality is that the PPP publicly displayed their SOPS, statements of polls, but to date, the APNU and AFC have not shown theirs. Breathe on that for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Despite clearly losing the elections, Ramkarran says in his conversation tree, however, APNU and AFC have been dogged in the determination to hang on to power and delay the process, first going to court to block the recount and then blocking the declaration of the results based on the recount. Lowenfield has also been prominent in the controversy. His attempts to disenfranchise over 115,000 voters by submitting a final report to GCOM that went against the statements of recount and the official certificates of tabulation that came out of the recount process have garnered 3 criminal charges and a court summons. GCOM Chair retired Justice Todd Singh had instructed Lowenfield to prepare a final report based on the recount. But in the report Lowenfield submitted, he claimed that the coalition gathered 171,825 votes, while the PPPC gathered or gained 166,000, I repeat, beg your pardon, 166,343 votes. How the CEO arrived at these figures is unknown, says Ramkarran. But why mirror the efforts of Region 4 returning officer Claremont Mingo? I repeat, but they mirror the efforts of Region 4 returning officer Claremont Mingo, who also concocted figures back in March and figures not reflected in the SOPs. The matter has now been overtaken by the court, however, as the Caribbean Court of Justice is set to rule on the issue on Wednesday. APNU AFC and President David Granger have nevertheless thrown their support behind the concocted figures. But there are rifts in the camp. It is only recently the coalition partner, Justice for All Party founder C.N. Sharma, broke away from APNU AFC's dogged refusal to accept defeat in the March 2nd polls. In a statement, he made it clear that enough was enough and it was time for the country to move on. He had chastised those bent on dragging out the process and extended congratulations to the PPPC on their win. Sherman pointed out that the national recount was carried out, and from the votes counted, it is clear the PPPC is the winner. At this point, I must take a time off to compliment C.N. Sharma. Here now he has become a true national hero of this country, a freedom fighter in the cause of democracy, standing up for what is right. A few favors here and a few favor there will not matter anymore. A time comes when people become so fearless and they speak their heart and their mind. My beloved, divine friends and family in Guyana and around the world. As such, he had urged the PPPC presidential candidate, Dr. Irfan Ali, be sworn in without delay. Sharma recommended that. Sharma had also called the last 108 days exhausting and said that the people are starving and suffering due to COVID-triggered economic slowdown. Granger's own son-in-law, former business minister Dominic Gaskin, also made a statement on the same day as Sharma, in which he conceded that APNU AFC lost to the PPPC and called out his party's leadership for fooling supporters. An incumbent public security minister an incumbent public security minister, Ramkarran, was caught on a recording conceding defeat to his ministry staff during a farewell speech he had given. In that speech, Ramkarran had acknowledged the PPP winning by some 15,000 votes and had told the gathering he was willing to move on. And then later on, pressure from the bosses, being a little boy that he is, he got a whipping, obviously, a tongue lashing from his bosses. He had to recant and then make manipulative and disgusting excuses, ladies, some of which I discussed already earlier, and Freddie Kissoon gave him a thorough and serious tongue lashing. This Ramkarran. Lack of honor and dignity. This is the end of the article, ladies and gentlemen, but you know, these guys, himself and Moses, they destroyed the AFC by infighting. Ramkarran wanted the sound of the siren in his head, in his skull, so to say, to hear the wah, wah. I mean, to understand these guys when they go to the washroom even, or down the road, to the market, wah, wah. They feel so great and so powerful. That is why they betrayed their party. And another thing they don't understand, nobody likes a traitor. If you're left for principles and dignity and honor, is a different thing. But when you become a traitor, and you go to the new people or to the new nation, that military, that army, that new people, that other country, they will always call you, you betrayed your own, so we don't trust you because you will betray us. And they must have gotten a tongue lashing because they want to hear the sound of the siren, and he changed his words. Ladies and gentlemen, these are my viewpoints. This has nothing to do with the beautiful article by Mr. Ralph Ramkarran, Senior Counsel. But my commentary is that they both are disgraces to this nation. And they can do what they want if they manipulate themselves into power. I don't care what they do to me. For I said, the microbes are looking after me, in the air and in the earth and in the sky, the rain water, which will give life and bring disease to, the air, which can bring fertilizing wind and poisons as well, and the sky and the earth and the sunshine are watching me. I fear not any one of you for anything, and I ask not any one of you for anything. Friends and family, your brother, your friend, yours truly, Haji, Dr. Roshan Khan, saying thank you for tuning in and farewell for now. Until next time.